All right, good morning or good afternoon, everybody. We're going to finish our notes on pH. I believe we left off last time with part E, conjugate acids and bases, and it looked probably something like this. So now we're going to go to part F. Part F. And we're going to call this properties of acids. Now, I think you all got this down pretty good, but I want you to have it in your notes. Oh, I'm going to do this in purple. Properties of acids, which from now on I'll abbreviate like this, capital A, and bases. And I expect you to help me with this because you know all of this now, and so we can use that as an abbreviation. So let's see, what was the first thing? Okay, let's do A for acid, okay? So little a. I'm doing it in red because acids turn red in litmus paper. So let's see. Oh, okay, I just gave you one of the properties. Bummer. Okay, I was going to ask you that one. So, turns litmus red. Let me zoom in here. What's another property of an acid out there in student land? Okay, they have a sour taste. Now, it's not so much you're going to go grab a solution and drink it and see if it's sour or not, but you might, if you're cooking or something and you taste your food and you're like, oh, it's kind of sour, you need something, it's kind of a little bit acidic. What else? Okay, corrodes metal. C-O-R-R-O-D, corrodes metal. Did I spell corrode right? It doesn't look right. Yeah. Corrode. I think, okay, corrodes metal. Anything else out there? Somebody said something about pH. pH is, I'm going to say, less than 7. Does that make sense? I think is that the less than sign? I think it is. And the other thing is, it makes positive electrolytes. E-L-E-C-T-R-O-L-Y-T-E-S. Positive electrolytes, and that means conducts electricity. Earlier in the year, I had you test different solutions, and the ones that conducted electricities really well tended to be ionic compounds because they form electrolytes. And acids, all acids are electrolytes. They'll conduct electricity. I think I've got everything there for that one. So, what is the opposite of an acid? Okay, so I'm going to put base over here. I'm going to do this in blue because bases turns litmus blue. And very often, that's kind of a standard question in chemistry. What colors turn litmus paper? Even though you probably may never use litmus paper again, you'll use pH paper. So let's see. What is a property? If acids are sour taste, what would the bases be? Okay, bitter taste. How about, they don't tend to corrode metal. Some of them do, but they're not really a big corrosive. What's another characteristic they have? Slippery. They feel slippery. Slippery or slimy feel to them. For example, soap. What's their pH range? pH greater than 7. The only way I learned, I always used to get these mixed up, and somebody said, hey, this is greater than because it's pointing towards the greater side of a number line. I was like, oh, that works for me. I get that. And they also make electrolytes, but they make negative electrolytes. So they make negative electrolytes. And then we already defined that there. So they make negative electrolytes. Acids are positive. That's one of the ways you can help identify them. And, oh, here we go. Now, C. Can I raise this up here a little bit? Part C. I'm going to do this in purple now. Let's draw a line showing a base coming here being mixed with an acid. Do you like it when I color code, or is it not that big a deal? Oh, you have a question on this.
The signs need to be switched for the lesson here. Oh my gosh, right?
No, that's pH less than 7, pH greater than 7. Oh, it's okay. No, double check, because sometimes even I make mistakes, okay? So, let's see. Acids and bases neutralize. Oh, I'm going to make sure. I don't want to neutralize. N-E-U-T. Neutralize each other to make water and a salt. So acids and bases neutralize. Oh, sorry about that. They neutralize each other, forming an acid and water. It's called a neutralization reaction. So we're going to put an example here. Let's have an acid like hydrochloric acid, HCl. That's an acid. We're going to add a base to it. Oh, I did them backwards. Okay, I'm just going to do them all in blue. Plus NaOH, which is kind of like the standard strongest base. They react. I'm going to come down a line because I'm out of the way. They're going to neutralize each other. This hydrogen and one of those are going to form H2O plus NaOH. This is a salt. Oh, my mistake. Cl. Sorry, Cl. Oh, we're good. I think I can fix it. Oh, okay, let me fix that. NaCl. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay. So, a salt. We need to define what a salt is. Salt is not just table salt. It is either a metal bonded to a non-metal, or it is a cation bonded to an anion. For example, the metal could be sodium and the non-metal could be chlorine. Let me zoom that in so you can see that better. A cation could be something like ammonium, NH4, with a plus charge, bonded to hydroxide with a minus sign. So let's do a little review here. Let me write this down. Let's put, what's be a good one? Let's do calcium sulfide. A metal bonded to a non-metal. Is that a, what is that? Is that a salt?
No. Yes.
This is a metal bonded to a non-metal. This is a salt. Okay, how about if we do calcium bonded to oxygen? What is that? Is that a salt?
No.
Is this a metal?
No.
Is that a non-metal? Then what is it? Is it a salt? How about if we have calcium bonded to hydroxide? And calcium would need 2 of those. Is that a salt? What do you say? Is that a salt? Okay, so now here we go. Get ready. Warning, warning, warning. If it has OH, what do we know OH as? Hydroxide. What is hydroxide ions? What do we call those when they're dissolved in water? So, by definition, since this is a base, so that is not going to be considered a salt because since it has hydroxide, it is a base. It is not, technically, by definition, not a salt. Because the real persnickety definition of a salt is a compound formed when an acid neutralizes a base. And right here, that is not neutralized. That is a base. So we got to be careful with that, okay? So here ends this lesson for today. Okay, what button? I hate this.